We're going to continue writing ellipses in vertex form. If you remember, the first step is we're going to look at the x's and factor out an a value. In this case, it's 3. And we're going to look at the y values, and we're also going to factor out the a value, which is 6. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to complete the square. So for the x's, we're going to take the 2, divide it by 2, and square it, which is going to give us a 1. And then for the y's, we're going to do the same. We're going to take the 4, divide it by 2, and square it, which gives us a 4. Now if we're looking at the numbers on the right-hand side, 3 times 1 is 3, so we're adding a 3. 6 times 4 is 24, so we're going to add a 24. Now what we're going to do is we're going to factor. When we factor our first trinomial, we get x plus 1 squared. When we factor our second trinomial, what we get is y plus 2 squared. We're going to add the numbers on the right-hand side, and so it is equal to 30. Now our last step is we're going to set it equal to 1. And how we're going to do that is we're going to divide each side by 30. And we're going to simplify. So if we're looking at this, notice that the 3 and the 30, 1 and 10, and then the 6 and the 30, 1 and 5. So our answer is x plus 1 squared over 10 plus y plus 2 squared over 5. And that's equal to 1. Let's look at our last example. If we're looking at letter D, our first step is always the same. We're going to be looking at our a value, and our a value for the x's is 4. Now for the y's, it's 8, but if you look, there's no other y. There's just a y squared. So that makes it really nice because we don't have to do any factoring there. We're just going to leave it alone. Our second step, we're going to take the -6. What we're going to do is we're going to divide it by 2, and then what we're going to do is we're going to square it. And that right there gives us a 9. We keep the y squared by itself. And because we added the 9, but remember it's not just a 9, there's a 4 outside of it, so that would be 36. We're going to add the 36 on the right-hand side. Now we're going to factor our trinomial. So we have 4 times x minus 3 squared, and then we have plus 8y squared, and that's equal to 40. Then our last step is we want to set it equal to 1, so we're going to divide by 40 on both sides. And that gives us x minus 3 squared over 10. And then we have y squared over 5. And that's equal to 1. And that's how we write ellipses in vertex form.